Hello and welcome to the Marketing Woman podcast. I'm your host, Anusha Khannan, and I'm so excited to have you here. Are you looking to move into marketing or want to learn marketing from scratch? We discuss all things marketing, analytics, business, personal branding, and much more in a way any layman can understand. If you're new here, make sure to follow along and get on that email list by visiting tmw.anushakhannan.com. And now, let's dive in. Before we get into this week's episode, I'm going to share what I've been up to these past couple of weeks. Well, I graduated with a master's degree in marketing, and I am so excited about that. I feel like it went by pretty quickly, was not expecting that to happen so soon, but it was an amazing time, and I do not regret any decisions that I've made. And I'm a student. I will always continue to be a student, no matter if I'm enrolled in a course or not. But the good thing about graduating is I got back into my reading habit, and it's just something that I've been waiting for probably like 45 days to get back into, and I'm so excited that I did that. And I started with a book called No Excuse, I'm Doing It, and it's from my dad's collections, and I absolutely loved it. Like, I have no words. It's so amazing. I did not expect this book to have such a great impact on me, but I would love to talk about two key takeaways that I had from reading this book. The first one is I witnessed the book's title in action. Story time. Yesterday morning I woke up. I did not actually wake up, but I woke up and I told myself, you don't have to record this episode today. I was supposed to record this episode yesterday, but I told myself, you don't have to. Just go to sleep. You can do it tomorrow. And I did. And yesterday is when I read this book. And when I woke up today morning, I told myself the same thing. I told myself, you can maybe record it tomorrow, or you can sleep for an hour more. It's okay, like, you deserve it. And my mind immediately responded saying, no excuse, I'm doing it. And I woke up smiling because I did not realize the amount of effect that this book had on me. And it's funny because I did not pay attention when I was reading this book, to be honest. I just got back from a reading slump, so it was not really easy for me to sit and concentrate and read a book. All I wanted to do was just go out in the sun, but it's pretty exciting. It was pretty funny to me to see that the kind of effect that this book had on me. And the second one is, this one caught me off guard. This book starts with talking about how you have to take responsibility for everything that you're doing, and how, you have to be very careful about the things you're doing, and not careful, like, just be more intentional, realize what it is that you're doing, what the author's personal conviction was, and a lot of stuff like that, which is pretty interesting. But the last couple of chapters, wow, it's loud. The last couple of chapters it just threw me off guard, and I would love to read a couple of lines from there because it threw me off guard. Chapter 11 is called Remember to Honor Family and Friends. And there's this one paragraph from that I absolutely loved. It's called, Your family and friends define your success in life. Once you leave this earth, what can you take with you? You are born with nothing material, and you can't take anything material with you when you pass away. Your material possessions are not important. Life is an opportunity to create a legacy of who you are and what you're about to the people around you and others you influenced along the way. As Bill McCrane II said, leave something to grow. Oh my God, it was so good. It's so amazing. And when I think about success, when I think about what it means to me, I always think about, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I should be. This is what I should not be. But then to take a step back and think, whoa, this is what I'm going to leave for other people who are coming after me is such a profound thought. And I loved that about this book. And that's what I got for the bi-weekly recap. That's what I'm going to call it. And we are diving into season 2. I'm so excited, and honestly, recording season 1 was the best experience, but I was sitting on my couch just recording it, wearing my PJs, so that's not a beautiful picture. But I thought I would start recording with videos, because it's always, I don't know, it's always nice to do it with video. It puts a face to my name, and you guys can actually see who I am if it is actually me recording. But I am camera shy. I'm not really good with cameras and recording. I always need things to be perfect, but I'm going to try and let go of that side of me. It's also me learning how to take risks, which is one of the things that I'm working on this year. Just understanding when to take risks and when not to take risks. It's one thing that I've been told that I'm not, something that I have to work on, and I accept that I do have to work on that, and I'm that's what I'm doing right now. But let's get into today's episode. And we're starting the season off by talking about personal branding, and it's one of my favorite topics and something that I'm pretty new at as well. But one layman to another, let's get started. Okay, let's start talking about personal branding. It's just one of my favorite conversations, but imagine this. Imagine you're at a conference or you're watching a TED Talk or you have a favorite TikToker. It could be anything. Why do you think it is that you like that certain person? Why do you think it is that you're able to connect with that person? Why is that? And some other people can. There are some people that can connect with a person, some people cannot. Why do you think it is that you know only those certain parts about those people? It's like a carefully curated PR. That's what personal branding is. But here's the thing. PR is different from personal branding because in personal branding, you're being your authentic self. People can tell when you're not being authentic. It's very obvious, especially in this day and age when everyone has something to say about something about the world. But personal branding is about showing up consistently and being yourself and just telling people, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm good at, this is what I like, and this is what I value. Just telling people that is what personal branding is all about. But, it's a very common question that a lot of people have. Why do I have to brand myself? Why is that useful? Why would I put time and money into that? Interesting question. Okay, I had that question myself. I did not know that I started to brand myself, but it just so happened to be that way. And when I tell you that it's a game changer, wow, it really is. And it helps you stand apart from the noisy world because everyone is on social media these days. Everyone has a profile on something and everyone has something to say about the world. But it's about how you tell people what you stand for. It's about how you tell people what you're good at. And that helps you not just, become a millionaire. It's not about that. It's about being able to make authentic connections. It's being able to tell people around the world that this is what you're good at and this is what you're interested in, this is what you're interested to learn about. And trust me, I've had experiences where I've had people reach out to me telling, oh, I can see that you're interested in learning about this. I can help you out if you want me to. And I've not paid them anything. They just make genuine connections and have conversations around topics that both the parties are interested in. And having a strong personal brand will also open up doors for you that you might have not imagined happening. And it's just a way to make sure that it is PR, but it's not exactly PR because you're being very authentic, telling people all kinds of things, right? I've shared about things that I'm not good at, and I've, just like I told you, I'm not a very big risk taker. That's what personal branding is all about. You tell people, oh, this is what I'm not good at, maybe I should work on it. But it does not always have to turn out that way. But it is telling people that this is something I'm working on, and everybody is working on something. You're not going to be able to relate to every single person in the world, but the chances of you being able to relate to someone and making authentic connections out of that is what personal branding is about. Now, building a personal brand is not an easy task. It requires a lot of time and effort. It requires for you to be consistent. You have to be authentic. You have to tie all your messages to your core values. I mean, I'm not saying that every message has to say, hey, this is what I stand for, PS. It's not like that. It's just about whenever you talk about something, be very mindful about how you're communicating that, because at the end of the day, it's going to all tie to your image and it's very important. But I'm not talking about manipulating the whole way you present yourself. It's not about that. It's about telling people, hey, this is what I stand for. This is something that I'll always stand for. I'm open to learning, but this is just who I am. And there are going to be people that resonate with that, and you'll have your own community out of that. Trust me, it is worth it. Do not start doing something just because other influencers are doing that. It's not worth it. Personal branding is not about becoming an influencer. It's more about telling people who you are and what you stand for, and it's about opening opportunities that you might have otherwise not been able to, not be able to. Yeah. Now, we just covered the basics of personal branding. We still have a lot more to get into, but we will do that in the coming episodes. And we will talk about practical strategies on how to build your personal brand, what that is about, and how to connect with your audience and all of that. But I'm excited about this season. I hope you're too. I would love to hear from you what your thoughts on personal branding are, if you have any prior knowledge, what it is that you think about the whole concept, and we will see how that goes. That's all for today. Hope you found it useful. Please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or email me at tmw@anushakaran.com. Follow me on LinkedIn to never miss my journey, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.